番線京成線と日暮里・舎人ライナーはお乗り換えです。
Day 2 of our Tokyo trip began by taking the Yamanote line to Nippori Station to start out in Cat Town, and from there we would head south and visit a few other destinations before ending in Akihabara that afternoon. I had mapped all desired destinations in Google Earth during the planning process, and designed routes for each day that would take us to these places as efficiently as possible, by train or by foot. Cat Town is a shopping street in the Yanaka neighborhood, known for its traditional old town Shiramachi atmosphere. The shops on this street are small and quaint, with unique items, and effort is put in to preserve its unique historical character. It got the name Cat Town from many strays that used to live in the area, but unfortunately we didn't see any of these cats when we were there, just cat statues. From there, it was south towards Snake Street as we headed for Nezu neighborhood. This street was once a winding stream, which was put underground as a culvert and converted to a street in 1921, giving it its distinct meandering route with 15 bends and only about 150 meters distance, or 500 feet. The street is lined with traditional style houses and some quiet little shops. The neighborhood was one of the few areas spared from air raid bombing during the war, and maintains its traditional feel as a result. Even though I saw Snake Street listed on quite a few off-the-beaten-path in Tokyo lists, we were the only tourists wandering the street at that particular time. From the south end of Snake Street, it was a very short distance over to Nezu Shrine, which I wanted to visit to see the pathway of red torii gates. The shrine was reportedly founded in the 1st century north of its current location, which was moved and established in 1705. Almost every structure on the shrine grounds dates to 1706, and are designated as important cultural heritage structures. The shrine is most famous for its vast azalea garden, although we were a couple of weeks early for those shrubs to be in bloom. The Red Torii pathway is part of the Otomi Inari Shrine, connected to the Nezu Shrine grounds. This shrine also features many small fox statues to be found. From Nezu Shrine, we continued south alongside Ueno Park until we reached Yushima Tenjin, our second Shinto shrine. Yushima Tenjin was founded in 458 CE, and the current design of the grounds dates to 1478. The buildings are not that old, as Shinto shrines are rebuilt frequently to keep them in their best shape. These particular buildings were last replaced in 1995. This shrine is popular in particular among students who leave many wooden Ima tablets, wishing for good grades and success in school. Our trip to Tokyo was a few weeks early to see the famed cherry blossoms that they're very well known for, but the plum trees were in bloom in the time that we were there, and the Ume or Plum Blossom Festival at Yushima Tenjin was fully underway. The shrine grounds were filled with all sorts of little market stalls, and there was a very large crowd visiting the grounds, taking photos of the blossoms and just enjoying the beautiful, beautiful sights. After spending our time at the shrine, including seeing some plum bonsai trees, we were only halfway through our day and it was time for lunch. There was a CoCo Curry nearby and we were both really excited to try it out after watching a documentary on the history of Japanese curry. It was as good as we'd hoped. My choice was the tonkatsu. From there, it was further south into Akihabara. Up until reaching this area, we hadn't seen the busy, colorful, noisy Tokyo that the city is well known for. But we didn't spend much time here today. mostly just passing through because we had an appointment at Akiba Fukurou Owl Cafe. We return to Akihabara later in the week to spend some more proper time exploring, but for now, to the owls. Filming was not permitted inside the cafe, but photos were, so here are a few shots of some of the owls that we met. Our day was still not complete, because that evening we headed for Pallete Town to spend the time at the teamLab Borderless Digital Art Museum. To access Borderless, we happened to pass through a Toyota Showroom with many interesting concept cars on display. We spent a couple of hours wandering Borderless, which has interactive and ever-changing light displays through a winding maze of rooms and corridors. We saw most of the different rooms, but missed one or two. This is the kind of place where you could return numerous times and have a vastly different experience each time. We concluded our day with a nighttime ride on the Daikanransha Ferris wheel. It was the tallest Ferris wheel in the world when it was built in 1999, but has since been surpassed by a number of others across the world. It was still by far the biggest I have ever been on. It takes 16 minutes for one revolution, and Tokyo at night was incredibly beautiful. The wheel is decorated with many different fluorescent lights, creating patterns and colors, and can be seen from many different areas of Tokyo. Afterwards, it was time to head back to our hotel. I was very, very tired. It was a very, very long day. And we had another very long day planned for tomorrow, including spending a night in a capsule hotel and visiting Asakusa.